All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is July 9th, 2025, and we're going to start a calm day, and that's kind of weird. Why? Because about a month ago, today would have been your reciprocal tariff deadline. It actually still is, and this is the big issue, trade. You saw how the market was at the beginning of the year. You guys got to see all of it, but now we are getting into this talk of, well, maybe we'll go to August. So you got a new date. You actually got a couple of things coming up. I mean, today is going to be, or this week has been a little bit calm, but after this week, before you know it, we're going to start getting data. You got the Fed at the end of the month, and now everybody is punting towards this August 1st. So with that being said, there really wasn't much overnight. You're not getting too crazy of moves. Yesterday was a lot slower than expected. So we'll see what we get, but before you know it, I do think after today, you are definitely going to start hearing about earnings a lot more. So, Chatadonia, I hope you're ready for it, baby. Welcome to the middle of the week. I hope you got some energy. And good morning. How are ya? What up, James? What up, Connor? Mr. Fahar, Farmer Jim. Good morning. Tim Whitman, Super Take on the chat. Oh, good morning, Gus Gonzo, Tyree, Kurt, Mark, Battleborn, Mr. Enzo, Dakota, CM. Oh, good day, Star Baby. What up? El Trapato, Brandon, Todd Cruz. I saw Open Face in there. I saw Chris Luke. It's going too fast. Oh, what up, baby? What up, Crosses? What up, Connor? How you doing, Jose? EB, Thoughts and Emotions, Brandon, Alan, Chris, Mr. Hanlan, Mr. Christian. Good morning. What up, Molten? What up, Jamar? What up, Makeshift? How you doing, Ion? Eddie, Lucky Soldier, Jose. What up, baby? Good morning, Marcelo. Good morning, Daniel. How you doing, Cody? You want to go to Verona? No, it's too early? Oh, okay. Hazel, what up? Kenny Miranda, good morning. So, Chatadonia, you are blessed, my friends. Let's have a good day and praise God. But at the end of the day, you better wake up right now or go to bed. And here is Josh AI with the news. Good morning. Where is it? There he is. Top overnight news, trade tariffs. Trump announces 50% copper tariffs, 200% tariffs on pharma, and threatens 10% tariff on BRICS nations. FT, Bloomberg, Reuters. EU close to framework agreement with U.S. that locks in 10% tariff. FT link Bloomberg. Trump extended tariff deadline after Treasury Secretary Bessent requested more time to get trade deals signed. Link. Treasury Secretary Bessent says U.S. has collected $100 billion in tariffs this year, potentially reaching $300 billion by end of 2025. Reuters, Treasury Secretary Bessent to visit Japan for World Expo, but unclear whether he will hold trade talks during trip. Nikkei, KPMG Tariff Pulse Survey reveals 57% of companies face declining margins due to tariffs, prompting potential price increases. Axios, Trump's tariffs on manufacturing hubs of SC Asia threaten to drive up price of U.S. consumer goods. FT, CNBC, business group fighting Trump's tariffs ask federal appeals court to uphold original decision and block the levies. Bloomberg, U.S. ports request delays on proposed 100% tariffs for Chinese cranes, citing cost and availability concerns. Link. U.S. imports of antimony oxides from Thailand and Mexico surge after China's export ban, revealing trade shifts. Reuters, insurance costs for vessels in the Red Sea have surged due to Houthi attacks threatening global trade. FT, China sends new trade warning after Trump letters to Japan and South Korea. Yahoo Finance, China has added 8 Taiwanese firms to an export controls list, citing concerns over dual-use technology shipments. Reuters, Taiwan hopeful on U.S. trade talks after avoiding tariff letter so far. Bloomberg, central banks, Trump weighing 3-4 people for Fed chair. Hasid and Bessent among leading contenders. Link. Reuters, Trump says Powell should immediately resign if found he misled lawmakers over Fed headquarters renovations. Bloomberg, Bo Jay's COIDA monitoring potential inflation impacts from rising rice prices, says too early to predict rate hike timing. Reuters, BOJ winds down stock divestment while market turns to timing. It sells its ETF assets. Nikkei, RBNZ on hold as expected, anticipates lower interest rates. Bloomberg, Reuters, markets, bond traders unwind bullish treasury positions after strong payrolls data weaken near-term rate cut expectations. Bloomberg, Goldman Sachs, and Bank of America differ on economic outlooks but agree the U.S. tariffs won't hinder stock investments. Axios, Wall Street fears ease as Treasury aims to increase its cash balance to $500 billion by July's end, up from $313 billion. Bloomberg, COMEX LME copper spread hits record high, imposing costs on American manufacturers. Bloomberg, Reuters, gold prices fell further after U.S. confirmed no delay on August tariffs, reducing haven demand amid rising Treasury yields. Bloomberg, J.P. Morgan suggests China policies to curb excess capacity could benefit equities global trade if implemented effectively. Bloomberg, economy. Trump's significant tax cuts and tariffs shaping U.S. economy, but facing potential risks. Criticisms from economists. NY Times, Politico. U.S. consumer borrowing rose slowly in May, driven by a decline in credit card debt amid economic anxiety. Bloomberg, U.S. used car prices increased 1.6% in June and 6.3% year over year, driven by tariffs affecting new vehicle sales. Reuters, minuscule growth in China consumer prices as factory gate deflation deepens. FT, Bloomberg, Reuters, China's state planner expects economy to surpass CNY 140T this year, up from CNY 134.9T in 2024. Reuters, Trump's tariffs could lead to sharper economic downturn for South Korea and Japan, with both experiencing GDP contraction. CNBC, corporate, Apple chief operating officer and number 2 to CEO Tim Cook to step down later this month. Bloomberg, FT, Apple in talks to acquire U.S. rights to Formula One in a challenge to ESPN as it looks to capitalize on F1 film success. FT, Meta has acquired nearly 3% of EssilorLuxottica, signaling commitment to smart glasses market. Bloomberg, CNBC, Chinese firms plan to install over 115K NVIDIA AI chips in data centers across western deserts. Bloomberg, Starbucks receives offers from prospective buyers eyeing controlling stake in the operation. Bloomberg, Reuters, Amazon Prime Day spending down 14% in early hours of event versus 2024. Bloomberg, spotlight on Walmart, Yahoo Finance. Supermicro plans to boost its investment in Europe, focusing on increasing AI server manufacturing in the region. CNBC, Trump's big beautiful bill benefits PE and fossil fuels while negatively impacting renewables and some tech firms. FT, Merck close to a $10 billion deal to acquire Verona Pharma, expanding into respiratory medicine as Keytruda nears patent expiration. FT, Big Pharma faces a looming patent cliff, with key drugs like Keytruda losing protections, risking billions in revenue. FT, SpaceX valuation said to hit around $400 billion in share sale. Bloomberg, Nissan to postpone production of U.S. EVs following Trump administration's decision to end tax breaks. Nikkei, Washington, Supreme Court allows Trump's administration to proceed with mass cuts to federal workforce. FT, Reuters, Axios, Trump is considering a takeover of Washington, D.C.'s governance, suggesting better management than current officials. Reuters, despite Musk's departure, loyalists working to maintain Doge's influence, raising concerns about outside government influence. Link, Geopolitics, Trump and Netanyahu to meet tonight on Gaza. Axios, Reuters, U.S. and Israel differ on Iran strategy, with Trump favoring diplomacy and Netanyahu advocating for forceful measures. Reuters, Trump steps up criticisms of Putin, says he's strongly considering backing Congress bill sanctioning Russia. Politico, Reuters, Trump considering sending another Patriot air defense system to Ukraine and exploring sanctions on countries aiding Russia. Link, Russian drones have targeted military draft offices in Ukraine, disrupting troop mobilization amid escalating attacks. FT, Zelensky calls for strong sanctions on Russia following its largest drone attack on Ukraine. Reuters, Pentagon Policy Chief Elbridge Colby's rapid decisions frustrate U.S. allies and surprise the Trump administration. Politico. There's more, my friends. Good morning. S&P futures, they're up by 0.2 Wednesday morning. Comes after U.S. equities put in a mixed performance on Tuesday. Money center banks among the notable laggers as earnings previews started to roll in. Small caps, unprofitable tech, crowded shorts and value outperformed. Treasuries narrowly mixed. Dollar is up by 0.1. Gold is down by 0.4. Bitcoin up by 0.7 and WTI is flat. Market once again largely devoid of any directional drivers. Nothing incremental on trade following the somewhat more hawkish developments over the last few days. However, this week's extension of reciprocal deadline likely to shift some of the focus towards the upcoming start of Q2 earnings season. Latest update on the Fed said that Hassett's chance of getting the nomination to replace Powell are rising, while Warsh's chances are declining. Added that Bessent's still a leading candidate. Some recent focus on backup in longer dated bond yields close to levels that caused equity some discomfort in May. While deficit concerns continue to be a global driver, U.S. macro resilience theme has also played a role. Big overseas development today has seemingly revolved around China's deepening PPI deflation. Quiet on the economic calendar this morning with final wholesale inventories for May. June FOMC meeting out at 2 amid heightened political pressure on the Fed to cut rates. Market particularly interested in getting more color on the extent of policy view divergences among central banks. While Powell is stuck to the consensus surrounding the Fed's ability to be patient amid tariff uncertainty, both Waller and Bowman have offered more dovish comments. Treasury supply, another big area of focus today, with $39 billion of a 10-year note auction, comes amid renewed backup in global bond yields. Apple announced that COO Jeff Williams, the company's longstanding number 2, is retiring and will be succeeded by Sabi Khan, a 30-year Apple veteran, also reportedly seeking F1 media rights in the U.S. White House Navarro also said that Apple thinks that they are too big to tariff. Meta reportedly has purchased a nearly 3% stake in EssilorLuxottica. UNH Medicare billing reportedly being investigated by DFJ. Starbucks reportedly receiving inquiries for controlling stake in China unit. Mobileye guided Q2 revenue above the street and announced a $45 million offering for holder Intel. AES up on big report of company considering strategic options after receiving increased interest from infrastructure investment funds. Verna boosted by Merck takeover confirmation. WPP down on big guidance cut reflecting macro headwinds. ALVO acquired by Iversley Group, and then Ping beat and focus on advanced compute miss, and RKST under pressure after guiding Q2 below and cut full year revenue guidance by 25%. Wow, Habibi. This is a lot. That's it, though. That's it. We got plays now. We got plays. Which one was it, though? There was one of those that was Intel. So maybe that's why, because you guys were asking why Intel went up yesterday and maybe the last couple of days. I don't think it was only because I sold. It could be them selling and monetizing that Mobileye stake. So that kind of makes some sense. But other than that, we got some pre-market movers. Where are we at? Docs, they're up by 2. Evercore upgrade. Starbucks is up by 2.4. Reports offers China ops indicate up to $10 billion valuation. VG is up by 1.8. Expands LNG partnership with Cefi. FCX is up by 1.8. Stifle initiates buy. SJM 1.6. BNB Paribas upgrade. IonQ up 1.5 to deliver an advanced 100-qubit quantum system to KISTI. Holex up 1.4. Citi upgrade. Caterpillar up 1.3. Melius upgrade. JP Morgan up 1. Key Bruyette and Woods upgrade. Fox A is up by 1. Wolf Research upgrade. Verna is up by 20. Merck to acquire from 107 a share. AES is up by 13, reportedly considering options following increased takeover interest. RYTM is up by 11 to announce top-line results phase 2 trial. MNTN is up by 9. Bloom Energy up 7. JP Morgan upgrade. Sunrun is up by 3. Jefferies upgrade. CRL is up by 2.9. Citi upgrade. BBIO 2.5. Oppenheimer upgrade. WGS up 2.1. Piper Sandler overweight. Kids is up by 16. Update on Solana Holdings. BMGL is up by 83. SBET up 14. Grove up 13. Holder Human Co. wants company to pursue strategic alternatives. ALMU up 4.8. New contracts with NASA and the Navy. ANIX up by 4.1. Additional U.S. patent for ovarian cancer. Math up by 4, Gilt up 3.3, 22 million in orders from tier 1 satellite operators. Illumina down by 3, Citi downgrade. INSM down 2.8 in reaction to Merck acquiring Verona. T-Mobile down 1.7, KeyBank downgrade, UNH down 1.6, DOJ speaking with doctors, ex-employees about Medicare billing, Mobileye down 1.4, guidance 45 million offering from Intel, XPO down 1.3, Citi downgrade, Win down 1.3, Citi downgrade, WPP down 16, H1 trading update, Pang down 4 off earnings, TNDM down 4.8, Citi downgrade, Enphase down 3.9, Goldman downgrade, SCDG down 1.8, Goldman downgrade, COGT down 1.8, 22 million offering, RXST down 40% preliminary Q2 results, EVTL down 28 ordinary offering, and BTCS down 17 off offering. Ta-da! And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, baby. There's 2 on there. ALMU, they got a new contract, and I think that was it. A lot of the Bitcoin ones are moving, and then Verona getting acquired, but you don't really have too much. And then Merck also came out with something, and then they're saying Harvard may fail to meet accreditation standards. So we'll watch there. Again, you had copper and FCX and all that from yesterday. Other than that, keep an eye, Boeing and financials if they recover. And now Chatadonia. That is all that we have here. So if you have any questions, you got about 5 or 6 minutes, and then we will get into the pledge. But good morning. Good morning. Where were you on Money Making Wednesday? Oh, you're right here, baby. That's it. This is going to be, you got Fed minutes, and people are going to be talking about earnings. So, I don't know. I hope we get some excitement, but even yesterday, that kind of surprised us with the, with how fast it was. The money did settle, bro. I'm blown away by this T+1, so that's fine. It's been a while since I've used the stock account to fund a purchase, so that's why I'm like, dude, T+1 is amazing. Your account is secure. Oh, things are being fixed? What is this? But yeah, it's there. I now have 80% cash. Woo! So $217,000 is now settled. So that's give or take around the amount that we needed. And everything else, worst case scenario, we'll sell off everything else, or that will be enough. So we're going to find out. And then again, by Friday or Monday. So, but even then, I'm already like, yeah, they gave me a call yesterday. We gotta start planning stuff. Yeah, if there's a architect, we need an architect. Just if I want to save some money. I thought we had a chat architect, but if anybody is an architect, you're being called. This is your calling now. But yeah, other than that, it's we're good to go, baby. We still got a couple of steps, and I hope you all get a long term, and I hope you all get a house, and to many, many more, baby. Many, many more. What do you need an architect for? To start designing and planning out all of the build. So like I said, we're going to have one option, even if I don't know if we're going to keep it or not, but I'm going to start planning, and I'm going to start getting licenses and all that, because whether we keep it or not, we want to start right away. So let's go, baby. The plan to keep the current stocks in the portfolio. No, I'll probably keep the same ones. I talked about this last night on the watch list. I would go check that out, because the plan is going to stay the same. And I still like Pepsi over Nvidia, but at the same time now, getting to start over, it's going to give you a little bit more flexibility, because remember, it's not about 1 or 2 purchases. It's about 12 months in a row, over and over and over again. So little by little, and that will give us some freedom. Nvidia, yeah, well, again, the market's still kind of narrow. That picked up a little bit at the beginning of this month, so we saw a couple of those go up, but at the end of the day, it's I don't think much is going to change. I still have the small account. We still got some of the cash, and that has all the names that we bought as well. So it's still the same targets, but if you gave me money right now to go buy something, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I would be buying value. I would not be buying any. I have zero FOMO, and that's what got us here. Well, we're going to keep the same account. I'm just going to resume. That's the part I was trying to teach you guys. this is what I want you guys to learn in this whole process, because, you know, if you meet this weird Egyptian guy and you make this account, then you start saving every month for a few years, and then you grow it, you're going to have this account, and then one day you're going to have to buy a house with it. That's what I would tell you if you want to keep increasing your wealth, and you're going to have to move that money to the house. And then once you get the house, what are you going to do? So this was like a unknown question mark. This is what kind of inspired me to do all of this, because now you guys are going to see that process, and now you have an example, and it's not scary, it's not unnatural. This is exactly what you should be doing, at least in my opinion. And you know, anybody who has followed this, I mean, I've literally watched them at minimum 10x their net worth. Again, there's a lot of people, they encountered me a couple years ago. They started with whatever they could, saving 10%. Some people acted very early on the house, and that helped propel them into a crazy area, and then they kept going into stocks. It's not like you get a house and you're not allowed to buy stocks anymore, you know, and you go right back and over and over and over again. So that's why we're not really starting over, but we're prestiging and going on to step number 2 or 3, depending on how you want to look at it. Woo! Oh yeah, what else we got, baby? So we got 5 minutes here until the pledge. I thought it was 5 minutes ago. So yeah, you let me know. I don't know if the ranch comes with a tractor. I think they're gonna give me a free ATV, so that's exciting. But yeah, I need to make a list. We have a list already, but if you guys want to help out, we need to. Yeah, we gotta run, bro. We gotta run right away. So if we want to do something by August, like, dude, I gotta start working on this thing by tomorrow. So we'll see. I don't even have it yet. Oh yeah. GE Aerospace completes deal with SkyWest. Nice. Trying to see 10,000 or 100,000. It's good. I mean, 100,000 is a great target, bro. But just don't have any targets. I promise you. This is the beauty. This is the crazy part of what I teach. I hope you guys realize it. I teach the same thing to a guy making $100 to the same guy making $10 million. And I'm telling you, that's because it works and it is scalable. So, and you don't need a target. It has nothing to, the house is the target, exactly. Getting into another big asset worth substantially more, that is our target. But the amount, the time frame, because I'm telling you, if you save 10% of every dollar you touch, put it into high quality, safe places to grow over multiple years, I mean, that target may be either very low, or you may hit it either quicker, or you may get way more and it may take way longer. But either way, you don't want to be, I wouldn't be distracted by a nominal target where, again, if you go down this path of saving 10% of what you touch and then putting that savings to high quality assets with a target of real estate and then even owning those assets at the same time, I think you're gonna do very well. So don't get too caught up in any of that, because sometimes I see it all the time. They're like, how much should I make to do this? How much should I do to do this? And it's just like, do anything. Just start right away. It's really about consistency. And that's what I'm telling people. They're like, what are you going to buy? What am I going to buy if I start? It doesn't matter what I buy. You know why? Because if you start over on an account, one trade isn't going to make or break you. 2 trades isn't going to make or break you. 3, 4, 5. You got to do over and over and over again. Consistency, both success and failure, to produce a certain result. So, yeah. But yeah, other than that, Jadadonia, are you ready? I'm ready. And thank you, baby. God bless Jadadonia. And above all, baby, my veterans, man, thank you. Here at the cult, before we do anything, I hope y'all are aware of this, and I hope you bring this to real life. We must honor a very special group of people that has made a commitment that most of us never have and ever will, and that is the veterans of the United States of America. So on behalf of the cult, the people here, the people not here, want to give a true special shout out, man, to all the veterans, for real. thank you for everything you have given, man. And all of you who have not served, I truly hope you see the importance of this and understand what this means to society and understand what this means to the opportunities that you have now. It could be different if there wasn't other people that came before you. So at the very least, man, I think we could honor our soldiers and all of the people who have given. Again, there's invisible armies that are responsible for the daily lives that all of us live, and we should honor that, baby. So when it's all said and done, though, veterans, the families, thank you for everything you have given. I hope you know you are loved and appreciated, and if anybody should be owning equities, stocks, real estate, taking advantage of all this stuff, man, I really, truly hope it is you. So God bless you, and at bare minimum, thank you for everything you have given for all of our lives, and we love all of you, baby. And big shout out to anybody else out there giving back to their local communities, doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men, and the countless industries that I have not named, because like I said, bro, every day all of us are just living off of our lifestyles, bro. It's powered by armies of people you have never met. So I hope you show that love and realize we all on the same boat, baby. We all in this together. So God bless you all. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise up. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Son of the judge! Oh, it's game time, baby. Arna! Oh, Chadadonia. Hey, man. All right, we got to go, bro. 2 minutes. How are we early and late at the same time? That making no sense. All right, we got to go, big dog. So, Chad, God bless you. If I don't see you, go to bed then. If you're not going to be here, or have a good day, bro. Whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability. Okay, baby? Be at peace. Show some love. So, God bless you, Chad. It should take you to Gen Pop. If not, God bless, and I will see you there, baby. Thank you for your time. And let's start off our Wednesday.